da 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 da. Why am I sounding like I'm a jazz guy when I'm wearing a Peter Tosh t-shirt? What should I sing? Fools die. Fool dies for want of wisdom. Fools died for want of wisdom. Fools died. Best song, best protest song ever. Beats everybody. Okay, Marvin, Bob, whoever. Either Bob Dylan or Marley, whatever. You know, Fools died. Check it out. Peter Tosh. Well, you know, talking about, oh, look, this is a Thursday. That means this is an audio drama day. I'm an audio dramatist, audio drama day. We talk about audio drama. We're going to take, you know, we're about, I don't know, 20 days, 19 days, whatever. Less than 3 weeks away from the U.S. presidential election, which I am not voting in. It's a whole long, complicated thing, which I'll explain come next Tuesday. I talk U.S. politics on Tuesdays. So anyway, but there is a thing that, I have this ability. I call it ability. I have this thing that happens. Is I've always been in a situation where just before something breaks, just before the hippest thing comes out, I'm there. Before whatever, I'm sort of like, I'm there at the cutting edge of things. I don't know why. Why I discover something, and then all of a sudden, then all of a sudden it hits. You know, it's just the story of my life. It's been happening since I was a yee-haw to a tadpole. You know, I'm just saying, right? One of the things like last year, no, this was during COVID. There's 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. I was stuck somewhere. I was stuck in New York. I was stuck someplace. So I started watching football. You know, and one of the things I watched with because there's a lot of now football is like amazing. There's everybody got their little YouTube channel. They got a little podcast, and they everybody gets interviewed. It's like it's bonkers. So in that sort of atmosphere where you have a lot of people being interviewed, you have your regular, big time network people that don't want to share their film, of course, well, for whatever reason. And then you have your commentators. There's so many people, especially with football, and now because people need distractions more than ever. I'll tell you. I remember a couple of years ago, black people said, "No, we're going to boycott the NFL. We're going to boycott sports. It's just a distraction." Everybody said, and I'm going like, you don't understand. Look, what happens is none of people like distractions, but they like a logical distraction. A football, a football game or basketball, you sort of can rig it, I guess, somehow in this day and age it's sort of more difficult. But generally, it's the numbers, either the guy runs or don't run. Either the guy scores or don't score. That whole thing is sort of cut and dry. It's not, you can't be paid off with so much. It's not, it's not baseball back in the last century, like 100 years ago. Anyway, so I was futzing around, and I ran across this guy that talked like a modern day Howard Cosell. You know what I mean? And he's up there in wherever he was up north, right? Now he's moving to Green Bay. He's a Green Bay Packer fan. There's no particular reason. He somehow he gives a whole story. His name is Tom Grossi, Grossi, right? And he used to be a school teacher, and then 8 years ago, whatever, he stopped being a school teacher, and then started doing this YouTube thing full time. And he knows his football. Once in a while, his dad comes in, so that's really hilarious. I like to see when his dad comes in. His dad's older, whatever, and you can tell where he sort of, I don't want to say gets his chops from, but where they're a natural team. It's just every once in a while, his dad calls the game, but he calls games as it's happening. You can't see the action, but it's better to do it that way because then you can do some other stuff. And you listen to what he's saying, and you don't have to watch the thing. And then replay, you're going to see it. There's so much sports happening. You're going to see the plane that you missed. You're going to see it. If you're a really diehard sports fan, then well. But if you're like, I guess Tom Grossi is like, he catches the people that are not diehard fans. They got to watch. They got 5 screens. Whatever. It's not like that. It's just that he's just entertaining to listen to, and he has this thing, fan reactions, and he has the different football jersey. Then he does these cuts. When a football game or when a week ends, then you have the fan for different reactions. He plays all the fans. Okay, So he plays all the characters. He's a comedian. Well, he has comic chops, you know. Anyway, so he plays all the characters. Okay, then recently he added, I think, because the referees became a couple of years ago, or a year ago, they became really a factor. So he has the ref to throw flags all the time, you know. Then he had this brilliant idea. What if the NFL was scripted? You know, they have a script writer comes in and he says, "Well, this week this is gonna happen." He says, "No, why am I gonna do that?" No. And he goes through certain teams what's gonna happen for that game. You know, like if NFL was scripted, get it? And it's really good. So this guy is highly entertaining. I like him. I don't really watch football this year the way I was doing it. I guess if I was up in the States, I would probably be watching it now, but I can't. I just don't. I got other things to do. Maybe when I get to India in January, when all at the end of the thing with the thing, I'll get some. You know, I have airtime, have all kinds of things because India has a different system, and you don't pay a whole lot for your airtime. Let's put it that way. You get deals and stuff like that. So I'll probably follow football. You know, right after when I get to India in January and go up to the Super Bowl and stuff like that. Okay? But I was thinking, what if the politics in the U.S. was scripted? You know, now this is so. All you pundits, take a page out of football, of sports. You know, and somebody has to be doing. What if the politics was scripted? The world politics, whatever was scripted, and it was scripted. This would be hilarious. I mean, hilarious. I mean, really hilarious. You know, you got your characters in place. You know, so the script writers come and say, well, Kamala's going to do this, and the Donald's going to do that. RFK's going to do this. Jill Stein is going to do that. You know, Cornel West is going to do this. You know, and it would be hilarious. So as an audio dramatist, I should put my task into that. I might have some this week. No, I don't want to do it because it's so fluid. You got to have a lot of. Well, no, you don't have to, because when I talk to you, I don't care how many people listen to that. I don't tell you I don't monetize nothing. I don't tell you to share. I don't tell you to like or nothing like that. People that do it, do it. So these ideas that I give out freely. Like, you know, like Peter Tosh, you know what I mean? I just play the music. I just play, the thoughts go out there. The few people who know who know about me and know that "Fools Die" is the best protest song ever, they know. The people who don't, they don't. Big deal, you know? So I'm that way. So anyway, the thing, my point in this Tirade for Thursday, which is audio drama day, you know, because Friday is like at the end of the week, and I'll say some stuff. Saturday is like whatever comes into my head. Sunday is like I do some reading and then I riff off of that. Then Monday is the me day. Tuesday is U.S. politics. Wednesday is world politics. And this is audio drama day. So as you can see, I'm saying what it takes to be an audio dramatist. You have to have an idea, and then you have to execute it. But it takes a lot of research. That's the reason why you really can't do this if the politics are scripted. Because, I mean, the amount of work that I'm sure that Tom Grossi puts into his stuff is like enormous. You got to really, it's like 24, it's like, you like postgraduate study, kind of work. So as an audio dramatist, you know, I have to do too much research to have to pull this. What if the U.S. politics was scripted? You know, because there's a lot of stuff that's going on that you say, nah, man, this is stupid. Plus, you can't. Can you really look? Let me give you the star this week was Obama being so out of touch with the politics. I'm talking about black people, just so out of touch that he feels he can go and continue. Maybe he's been propped up so much he can continue his behavior that started way before his politics. He's been calculated. He's been a snake in the grass for such a long time, and people have been so, they're so visual. I mean, maybe let me talk about black people. Black people are just so visual. Like if they walk the walk and they seem like they talk the talk, even though they might, then they'll follow him. And so I know people that no matter what, they just refuse to do any research. You know, they refuse. You know, if you say something like Peter Tosh has the best protest song ever. Fools died. They'll say, no, Sam Cooke got the thing, and Bob Dylan's got Bob Marley got Marvin Gaye blah blah blah. They'll argue it down just because they want to argue. They don't want to take no objective truths. So the objective truth is here. Not only is it all rigged is a word that Donald Trump threw into the lexicon. Not only is it all rigged, but it's so scripted that if you can't see the writing, if you can't see that it's scripted, then, well, you can't see it scripted. That's coming from me as an audio dramatist. Do with this idea what you will.